Think you know what the most hated foods are? Wait until you see the top 10 foods Americans love to hate. The list just came out and I'm gonna show you 5 of them today. Let me know if you hate these foods just as much as the majority of Americans do, or whether some of these might actually be your favorites. My kitchen definitely smells a little bit different today because some of the foods underneath of these bowls definitely have an aroma that stands out. I am going to reveal them one by one, but before we get to the top 5, let's start with number 10. The number 10 most hated food by Americans is blue cheese. 21% of Americans in this survey said they hate blue cheese. I gotta tell you guys, I love blue cheese. I like blue cheese crumbles on my steaks, on my salads, especially when you get a good wedge salad, and I love to make homemade blue cheese dressing and blue cheese dip. That's what I dunk my chicken wings in. Like, I'm definitely a blue cheese girl over a ranch girl. So it's not one of my hated foods. Number 9 on the list is sushi. 27% of Americans hate sushi. Are you kidding me? I love sushi. I don't know, maybe people are a little skeptical of the raw fish that gets rolled up into the rice, or maybe they don't like the seaweed. I don't know, but I love sushi. If you're a little bit nervous about it though, you can actually grill up some tuna steaks first and then roll that into your sushi, or just go with some like imitation crab meat. That's not raw fish, some cream cheese, some cucumbers. That'll make a delicious sushi roll for you until you're ready to experiment with some of that raw tuna. Number 8 on the list is caviar. 27% of Americans say that they hate caviar. And you know what? I am totally among that 27%. I have tried on multiple occasions to like it. I've tried it on little toast points. I've tried it by itself. To me, it's a mixture of the texture and the flavor that is a no-go. Like, they're just these little balls. For those who don't know, caviar are basically fish eggs. They're these little fish eggs, and when you put them in your mouth, they pop, and then fish juice just gushes out. And I don't know why it's such a delicacy. Not to me. I'm on that list. Those of you who are 27% who don't like caviar, I'm with ya. Number 7 on the list is chitlins. 28% of Americans do not like chitlins. For those of you who don't know, it's basically hog intestines. It is a soul food. Like, you simmer them low and slow and they cook down, and it's definitely something really popular in the South. But to me, I just can't get over the smell. When they're cooking, they definitely make your whole house smell, or your whole restaurant or kitchen, wherever you are, they definitely fill the room with that. I've never tasted them, so I can't say whether I hate them or love them, but honestly, I can't get past the smell when they're cooking to even want to taste them. But I'm not opposed to hog casings because I use those to make my smoked sausages. They're preserved in salt, and then I rinse them clean, stuff them with some ground meat, and I smoke those up. So those are great. But when it comes to chitlins, again, I just can't get past the smell to want to give them a try. We are at the number 6 most hated foods. Now, guys, I'm actually gonna start revealing the domes because we're gonna cook some of these foods. Now, I know you're probably wondering, well, there's 5 things here and you're at number 6. That's because one of the ingredients isn't really grillable, so we're not gonna show that one, but I am gonna show you number 6. Are you ready for it? 28% of Americans say that they hate oysters. What do you guys think? Are you oyster fans? Some people absolutely love them. They crack them open raw, squeeze a little lemon juice on them, and just slurp them right up, and they can swallow a dozen. I've definitely done that, especially when I was down in New Orleans with a little hot sauce, and it's not bad. I wouldn't say I hate it, but I definitely don't love them. Number 5 on the most hated list is squid. 29% of Americans say that they hate squid. Honestly, I love squid, especially fried calamari. When you just batter fry it and eat it and it's so crispy and it really is mild and doesn't have much of a flavor. The number 4 most hated food is tofu. 29% of Americans hate tofu. I honestly can't remember the last time I've had tofu. I've obviously had it at Asian restaurants. It's stir-fried into dishes a lot. It's in soups a lot. Well, it's actually something that you can cook on the grill. All right, now is where the numbers really start to climb. 35% of Americans hate what is under this bowl. This is number 3 on the list. This is sardines. Yes, these are whole fish that are very popular across the globe. In America, not so much. You can eat them preserved, you can eat them whole, you can eat their heads, you can eat their tails, you can eat their bones. I haven't had sardines in a long time either, so I don't think they're on my hate list. I'm willing to try them. I don't think they're on my love it list, but we'll give them a go. Now, number 2 on the most hated foods list is anchovies. Well, anchovies are similar to sardines. They're small fish, but sardines have flesh that's more firm, whereas anchovies are a little bit more soft. Anchovies are usually preserved. Sardines can be preserved and canned as well, but really anchovies are mostly preserved. You may think you hate anchovies, like 36% of Americans do, but anchovies are actually in Worcestershire sauce and in Caesar dressing. So if you like either of those, then you actually probably like the taste of anchovies, maybe just not the concept of eating a fish, but once it's like pureed and flattened and mixed into ingredients, it really adds a nice umami, and it's actually a popular ingredient used by chefs at many, many restaurants. But again, because it's not something we can really grill, I didn't include that in my platter today. The number one food that 40% of Americans love to hate, have you guessed what it is? It's liver. This is a beef liver. I will say it's probably on my hate it list. It's been a really, really long time since I've had that as well. Usually it's cooked as liver and onions. You bread it, you fry it, you smother it with onions and gravy. To me, I don't really care for the taste or the texture, but I'm gonna try something different and see how it does on the grill. Thanks for watching part 1 of the top 10 foods Americans love to hate. Be sure to tune into part 2 when I grill these up to see if I can make them taste good.